Both of the appointees are also members of the municipal authority, and this has always kind of been like an issue in town of people kind of wearing too many hats and a little bit of too crossing it. For a long time, the borough didn't really have any business with the municipal authority. They were doing their thing, the borough was doing its thing, but now we have equipment use agreements and potentially land sales and things like that. So, you know, if everything's legal, okay, fine. But it is starting to get a little bit muddy there. And that's nothing against the integrity of either individual, it's just messy. So, the other thing was, there was a comment made concerning Valley Regional and the donation letter, and the term double dipping was used. You know, from my perspective, the $5,000 that you guys voted on to send to them as a distribution was for services already rendered between January 1st of 2024 and whenever Freeland started operating again. The donation letters would be, it's basically October 1st of this year until September 30th of next year, so it's not double dipping, it's completely separate. One was for services already rendered, and the other's a voluntary donation for the future for going forward. That's just my 2 cents on that. Further with that, there was a comment made, membership drives are illegal. So I'd like to know, one, who made that statement, because it's not clear from the minutes. Number 2, is that Borough Council's official position on this issue from a legal perspective? 3, what legislation supports that statement? My research indicates that there's nothing that says any such thing that it's illegal. And in fact, there are dozens and dozens of examples of companies who are using a similar model. And then just 2 more things. There's a green leaf vacuum down at the park that I had purchased, and I'm fine for the borough to continue using it, but with the talk of selling things and getting rid of things and stuff, I'd rather have it back if possible. All I could do is ask, and all I could do is say yes or no.
Leaf vac?
Yeah, it's green, it has a big black bag on the back of it, and it's also got a chute that you can stick sticks down, so I could show you the proof of purchase on it and everything. If you want to keep using it, but please don't sell it, I'll take it in that case. And I know that you voted to keep the flock cameras. The placement of those was a concern for me, and you know, the fact of the matter is, I don't know if they're going to be relocated now that you're keeping them. There's ways around all of them. So, thank you for the extra time.
Teresa Morrison, Berwick Street. I'm part of the rec board. I know there's an ordinance that's gonna come up next week. But what does it entail for us? Like,
For the rec board?
for the rec board? Cause we only have 2 officers right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's only five members. I don't feel, and neither do the others, that we should be fundraising all the time.
Good.
We're there to provide entertainment for the kids and for the community. We shouldn't have to do this.
We are not expecting you guys to. That's the way that the ordinance is, and it's available on the website. If you want a copy, I'll have Heather get you a copy that you can take with you. It basically goes into explaining that you guys are there for recreational events for the public. You're not there to raise money other than to cover those events as best as you can. But you're not there to raise money for the borough. You're not there to raise money for the parks. You're there solely to make sure that we have recreational events and they go off, that we have people to volunteer and help out with them, and that you guys have the money to do that.
Okay, so
That's
what's
it.
gonna happen to the money that was already raised? Like, we sent out letters for the last 2 years, well, maybe longer than that, but I did for the last 2 years to the community, where we got like $3,000 to $4,000 for the events that we're gonna carry on. Like now Christmas and Easter will be the next 2. What's gonna happen to that money?
So
Are we still gonna have access to it?
Yeah,
To buy
so-
the toys and the food that we need?
Absolutely. So I already got a request from Wendy, from you guys. She had submitted kind of a budget for next year. It was, I know you guys there's only a few of you, and it was hard this year, right, to say the least. So she gave me one. She said she had it for the 3 main events. It was Easter, Halloween, and Christmas. I think it was $1,150 per event. we haven't voted on it, but will be part of our budget, and that's gonna be in there for you guys. So that'll be assured that you'll have that there.
Okay, but what happens to the rest of the money that's in there? Because isn't there like $16,000 to $18,000 in the account?
So I know that we just bought shingles for Delacroix Field, and we're looking to buy shingles for the pavilion roof. After that, the money that's left is.
Well, that's in a separate account anyway.
What, the roof money?
Pavilion
Yeah.
roof money is in a separate account.
So
that's
that shouldn't mix
covered.
them, right. But yeah, I mean, after that, we had some trees that were getting cut.
So then, going forward, like
That's
next year, you will be responsible for any fundraising and the letter out to the community, or whatever you are gonna do to supply us with funding for our events.
Wait, no, I think you misunderstood. So as far as funding the events, I mean, it's still expected that you guys, not fundraising to fund the events, but that the events will be able to fund themselves. So like with the 50/50 and tricky trays and things like that.
Right.
Because most of the events, they don't cost us anything. We have the, the concerts, we don't charge for them.
No.
Now, I know there is talk about paying for people in the future, and I already talked to Wendy about it, like, we have no problem paying out for that kind of stuff. But what, where I think it was coming from was, we had like $18,000 in this account, and you're taking it and spending it to buy a roof in the park, on buildings, like, that was the point of it, and I think, so I don't want you guys to think that we're taking all that money and you're just gonna be left to go fundraise again and make all this money to get this stuff. That's not what we're looking to do.
Okay.
But we didn't really see a need to take $10,000 from the general fund to pay for the park roof to get done, or something like that, where the money's already there.
Okay, but no, I'm saying like next year, like for Halloween, Christmas, and Easter, like I know we didn't put a budget in for that yet.
Yes, next year's budget's in.
Yeah, sure,
Oh,
give it
next
to
year,
us.
she already did next.
For those
okay.
three, yep.
For
She was supposed to be
2025.
here tonight and didn't.
Yeah, we have a budget for 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be in our meeting next week. We'll have that as the rec board's budget part. We'll have those 3 events in there.
And we're
And then
still
we'll have
gonna
some discretionary stuff, because we know other stuff comes up. We're gonna budget in for more than that.
Okay,
Um,
we're gonna still have access to Corones to buy our products for the stand, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that stuff is gonna change at all.
That's it, okay,
Yeah,
nothing
I
else
mean,
is gonna
as-
change.
The main thing that's changing is, you guys are not gonna have to worry about buying park equipment, or how are we gonna get this roof fixed, or trying to raise money to get new bathrooms done. You're gonna come to us and say, hey, Borough, these bathrooms are horrible, we really need to fix them, can you guys please get that done? And then we're gonna try and get that done, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but it's not gonna be for you guys to worry about, it's too much, there's only a couple of you, and you're trying to do a lot of things. I just think it's better we get you to focus on the events, what you
Okay.
guys wanna do anyway, right?
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Correct, just Blue Grill, Alvin Street. Just consider on that rec board document, changing it to 18224 instead of just Freeland. Because they are, pretty much mixed.
Oh, for the people outside?
Yeah,
Like outside the area? So what we've done is we added an auxiliary. So people can join the rec board, they can't be voting members, but they can be on the rec board and part of the auxiliary, even if they're not a Freeland resident.
yeah, nice. I just thought maybe the whole board, but that you,
Well, the board is dictated by, that's actually state law. That's Pennsylvania Borough Code that dictates that those members have to be a borough resident. We can't change that one. But we can add the auxiliary and let other people in, that's what we can do. Anybody else? Gentlemen? I think everybody else is done.
I don't want to take up a lot of time. If somebody else wants to go first, I'll wait. Okay,
I think we're all done.
thank you.
is this on?
Takes a second to activate once you flip it up. There you go.
Okay, Madam Secretary Treasurer and gentlemen, my name's Gary Tiroli. I'm an attorney with Rosen Jenkins and Greenwald in Wilkes-Barre. I'm here representing U.S. Premium Plastics and Mr. Gorkhan Sisek, who's here with me. we wanted to talk about the former Garland Industries building. And I understand from some title work I've done that there was a tax sale of that property in August of this year. But there was a condemnation by the borough at one point. Before I continue, what is the status of that condemnation?
I believe the property is still condemned at this point. We haven't lifted it. I can't say that technically, but that's my belief to this point.
Okay,
They have not satisfied anything
Okay.
to remove that condemnation as of this point.
Just wanted to know, thank you. So, here's the story. Mr. Sisek is a really innovative business person who's got a number of facilities in this country. He's doing a $10 million project now with the Berwick Industrial Development Authority. And they use a high-tech machine to do really high-speed printing on plastic. I know when Garland Industries closed, when I read in the paper, there was 200 jobs that were lost. Mr. Sisek has an interest in the building, and he would be putting literally millions of dollars into the building and quite a bit of machinery. And he would be creating, initial estimates we're going to show you, 143 jobs with a payroll of $7.5 million, I think a weekly payroll of north of $50,000. The business is very clean. It generates no smoke or odors or anything that would be objectionable. And what we'd like to do, if we could just take a few minutes, is to have Mert Olsey, who's one of his executive officers, show you what we've done in Berwick and elsewhere. Because if we could somehow get possession of that building, we could do really good things. The problem is, the business that Mr. Sisek is in is really competitive, and he doesn't have a long time frame. So he's looking at various places, and if this didn't work out, we'd have to do something else. In other words, you can't just stand still. But if you would give us a moment to show you some of the things we could do, I think you'd be favorably impressed. Can we do that?
Anyone have an objection?
Won't take a long time, I promise.
So how do we?
Can you come up here maybe?
Sure.
And then I guess anybody who wanted to take a look at what we're talking about, can come up also. Projected.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So how do we do this? Here, can you guys see?
Yeah, I guess,
I don't want to get in your.
Switch her up to the. Let's try to sit on the table? Yeah.
Sure.
Then we can kind of.
This initial material that you're going to see is what we're doing in Berwick. And you can see like the before and after picture.
So, we took the building in Berwick, and when we took the building, it was in this condition, and we transformed the building into this one.
And how much did you put into that building?
Around $2.5 million as of today.
Okay.
And we literally are in the position to open doors within the next 75 days. So hiring process is going to start happening in the next 60 days, and training process is going to be ongoing thereafter, and hopefully within the beginning of February we are going to be test running the machinery, and we are going to be up and running as soon as we can thereafter. The building is basically in complete form. You can see the transformation. And if you basically go through Berwick, and if you have time to go to BIDA Industrial Complex, you will be able to see the building and see the actual physical condition of the building. This was the position of the building, and this is the new position. So what is our commitment? Gökhan, would you like to give some idea about what you're basically...
Again, everyone, thank you for taking time to listen to us. As Gary so mentioned, here we have really high-tech equipment. We're going to be the first manufacturer of retail non-woven plastic bags in the whole country. As a matter of fact, our machinery provider, he was visiting us, he came yesterday. So the plant that we currently building in Berwick, we do not have enough room and we're limited with the growth. However, we have a great demand for our products. Therefore, we're looking for another facility. We will do some sort of operation in Berwick and then bring this to another location for conversion. The reason that we like this location is that we're getting closer to most of our customers to the East Coast, to New York, New Jersey areas where they ban all the plastics, where our products are being highly demanded. So,
I could just stop you there. You can see how really labor intensive it is and how clean the whole operation is.
yeah, this is pretty much the vision that,
That's what it would look like inside the building.
and we're looking to bring the 35 machinery. So you're looking at pretty much like 35 manufacturing jobs per shift, which is about like 140 jobs. You know, you could see. It's a very clean, nice operation.
We're not saying all 143 jobs would be people that live in Freeland, but a lot of them would be, and then the rest of them would be stopping and having lunch and buying gas, and, you know, not to mention the taxes that would be paid on the building. You have the right to work tax.
This is actually our machinery provider in Asia.
That's not the other.
Oh, so it's a fixed fee. Yeah, but the point is, like, what you have there now, and I haven't seen the building except with Google Earth, but I'm told it's full of plastic material. The violations that existed still exist, and I'm not an expert like this gentleman, but I'm told that that building has power supplied to it without having the deficiencies brought up to code. With the plastic that's in that building, you're gonna have a fire that the equivalent of gasoline catching on fire. It's gonna be, well, I'll let you talk.
That's where the condemnation came from. We're well aware. That's why the building was condemned and the power was removed from the building. And before they can get that turned on, they have to have the fire suppression system up. That's why all that was done initially. So that was our big fear.
Okay, well, I see, I'm just a lawyer, but the point is, like, this gentleman could fix the problem.
Turn it around.
And provide a lot of information, provide a lot of content. It's not like something that's gonna be spewing like fumes or, you know, it's difficult to do that. So, I did the tile survey. The tax sale was done, there was also a disaster. Seems like it was done wrong, so I don't think it's right over. It's gonna do anything about it. And by the way, they have managed to do the IRS and they various kinds of rejectors. And I think they're gonna try to set the same.
You mean the previous?
Yeah, the previous.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah, we dealt with him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know him, but I can tell by the record that it's not good, to say the least. And then there's a bunch of liens and things of the sex labor industry, and that's usually for safety deficiencies.
Well, what I can tell you is that, I just want to share is that, one of the workers, died in an accident, an elevator came down, that's what it was.
Shame.
And then they shut it down and I don't think we reopened after that.
What's condemned?
The point of the story is this, the tax sale doesn't appear to be something that can be set aside. The first mortgage holder, there was a first and second mortgage, they were properly notified of the sale, so the bank lien is gone. There's no way for Mr. Sysak to get control of the building unless, somehow the borough did something and then he could step in. So we just wanted to present this to you because I think this is a great thing, but he's got kind of a short leash on the time frame to do it. But we appreciate the time that he gave us to speak tonight. And I don't know, you want to add anything else?
Yeah, thank you for taking some.
Sure, yeah, I can see you guys coming.
So I called Joe and I said, Joe, can we, make a presentation? And I guess this is a work session, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because you're not taking any votes on it.
That's right, that would be our next
Yeah.
Thursday meeting, is
So,
when we vote.
so I didn't know whether we were gonna be here with us or with other people, and I didn't want everybody to wait, but I thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll take that.
Thank you.
You said you're looking on a short time frame. What kind of time frame are you looking?
Yeah, what, you wanna answer that, Merv? Short comment. By the way, does anybody wanna see what the summary of the title art looks like on this property? Because I can give you.
Yeah, if you, can I have?
Yeah, because I can ship it up to Joe also, but there's two lots, there's.
Correct.
There's the main building, and then there's like a strip of property, basically. And this is not the backup materials, all the deeds and everything, but these two documents summarize everything that's been issued with regard to the property.
I really appreciate that, thank you very much.
Okay?
So is it my understanding you want the borough to condemn the property?
Well, it sounds like it's already vacant now.
Right, but it's already sold. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, if it's been condemned and the deficiencies are still out there, I don't wanna tell the borough what to do. And, you really can't use the condemnation code to do things other than where it's a public purpose, like eliminating a fire hazard or creating jobs or something like that.
Health and
But-
safety. No, I'm sorry, I just said health and safety, I was just trying to.
Yeah, health and safety, right.
That's what you're allowed to do.
So
Excuse me.
there's
Thank you.
not anything we can do, we just wanted to present this to you and say, I don't know what can happen.
The owner, the current owner will not, have you made an offer to him? He doesn't.
He, Mr. Sysak met with him and, I don't wanna mischaracterize it, but it was a fruitless conversation.
He's not amenable to it.
Yes, yes.
Would have been nice if you guys came in earlier and bought it.
Unfortunately,
He would have loved to do that. Yeah. But, it is what it is now, and, like I said, MMI is in Freeland, right?
Foster Township.
Oh, okay.
Just across the border, like half a block.
I was trying to think what was I ever here before, and I was, but, this is a while.
We consider it Freeland anyway, it's just not technically.
Yeah, and, you have a nice little community here, and, I think this would be a great thing, but you have to deal with the possibilities.
Got a question over there?
Sir, could I ask, where would 140 people park at that facility?
Well, that's a great question.
It is, and it's very fundamental to the whole thing.
Three shifts.
3 shifts, though.
Four shifts.
35
Four
employees
shifts.
per shift.
Okay.
And just in front of the office area, I counted, I believe, 28-ish.
A parking spot is 20 feet by 10 feet per the ordinance. So I think there's no more than 10 spaces out in front of that office, maybe 12 if you're lucky, from a practical standpoint.
28 of them down there.
In front of the loading dock or in
No,
front
no,
of the
no.
office? In
In
front,
front of
they
the
have to be 20 feet by 10 feet per the ordinance, so.
We've had that many people working at Garland, so I don't see it to be an issue there.
But I know that somebody has 100 employees.
Yeah, but the dollar store's there now.
Mhm.
That's where that one.
That was
parking lot-
employee parking, 100%, where the Dollar General is right now.
Both of those dollar store parking lots were our parking,
And the,
other than the front.
I don't know the answer, but sounds like everybody else does, but I know from reading the paper, it said there was 200 employees at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. Okay.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So I kind of one more thing.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
My garage was condemned. I got letters saying that we couldn't use it. Now that it's fixed, I have had nobody from code enforcement come out and look at it and send me a letter saying that we could use it again.
I don't know. Heather.
We had that, I had that conversation.
Chuck was going
Yeah,
to look at it.
Chuck was gonna take care of it,
I
yeah.
believe it was taken
But I didn't
care of.
get no letter.
Okay, we'll make it.
I'll check in with them, but I know I talked to him about it
I
already.
talked to Chuck about that too. He said
Okay.
it's taken care of. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's in the works, I can tell you that much.
Okay.
I'll make sure he gets it out to you. Anybody else? All right, that's adjourned. We have to vote on that today? No? All right, that's adjourned. Just wanted to make sure. I forget these things.